I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper, and if you will not seize it, then I will. So let it be war. From the skies of Terra to the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Greetings, YouTube. So today I am so excited because we have the 16th Primarch, Horus Lupercal, in the house. He's here, finally. The once and former favored son of the Emperor, the arch traitor, the perpetrator of the Horus Heresy. The man himself, the Warmaster. Alright, so for the uninitiated, this is the 16th Primarch of the Legiones Astartes. He is the Lunar Wolves Primarch, formerly known as the Lunar Wolves, later to become the Sons of Horus. He was christened as Warmaster by the Emperor after the triumph at Olenor, and he led the Emperor's armies and all the Space Marine legions for many a year during the Great Crusade as the Emperor worked on his Webway project on Terra. Unfortunately, he fell to chaos and became this and caused a galactic civil war that ravaged the entire galaxy, and repercussions are still being felt in the 40th millennium. But let's look at the figure. So this is Horus Lupercal, Primarch, Warmaster, Agent of Chaos, and I'll be damned, this thing is spectacular. He's huge. He's like gaudy in his details. And he has so many JoyToy. They have done an excellent engineering job with him, because despite all of this bulk and all of this pageantry and all his iconography and all these trinkets and everything all over him, he still somehow moves. Like, he looks like a big brick from far away. Like, he looks like he just is a statue almost. But he can move. It's crazy. I'm kind of shocked. Let's have a look at him first, though, aesthetic-wise. Here you got his face here, looking quite evil. All augmented. You got hoses. I counted 12 of them going to his head and into his nose and just looking gnarly. You got this wolf pelt on his top area. You got those spikes up here, and this is his custom made Terminator plate fit for a Primarch, so that makes him even bigger than he already is, because, you know, Primarchs are already pretty huge. You got lots of emblems and trinkets. You got these trophies here, tons of heads of defeated warriors. Look at the back there, more of the wolf pelt, some more skulls, his cape with the Sons of Horus insignia. You got this one pauldron here that has some Sons of Horus coloration. The rest of his Terminator plate is just black and gold. Probably a nod to the Gestarans. Got these tassels here. These eye emblems on his armor. More skulls. Take a look at his Stormbolter. here, these bullets, and they did an excellent job too with these bullets. Some of the other guns that they had made earlier where they had bullets coming out of them, it was like a stiff thing and it would just like hang in the air, but these ones are nice and loose. Then we have his lightning claw or talon. I think his is called lightning talon. I'll have to double check that. These are all articulated. I'll show that here in a bit. Armor is just completely ornate, which we've come to expect, but it's just like, look at that knee. Just spectacular. That blade there, toes. Take a quick look under the cape. You got some parts back there on his armor. Just a striking looking figure. Like, if you have this set up anywhere, somebody's gonna ask you, what in the hell is that, if they don't know, because it has an aura to it. Okay, we'll do accessories because that's not gonna take that long because he don't come with a whole lot, and then we'll look at articulation. All right, so real quick for accessories, he comes with a gesturing left hand. Oops. And then a fist for that left hand. And then he also has the gripping form of that fist. There is no other accessory for this because there doesn't need to be, because this thing actually moves more than you would think. He also has this blade here that is in a scabbard, and this actually comes out, so that's nice. So there's a nice looking dagger for a mortal man. This is probably a huge sword that they may not even be able to wield, but for the Warmaster, this is probably just a nice dagger. This is for, like, you know, up close and personal executions and flaying of skin, things like that. You also get his power mace called World Breaker, and that is a huge two-handed mace that he uses in battle. Apparently, and I don't know if this is the same one, but according to the lore, he had one that had the Aquila on it that the Emperor gave him when he became Warmaster of Chaos. He had this one, so I don't know if it was modified or he got a new one or whatever the case. That's it for accessories, though. But I don't know that you really need any more accessories. It's not like you can detach this head and put these hoses back in. That would be a pain in the butt. You can't do anything with this because you don't need to, because it's already articulated. I don't know that he needs any more accessories. I can't really think of anything else that he would need or should have. I don't know, maybe a servitor to float around him. I don't know, something like that maybe, but other than that, no, that's about it. Okay, on to articulation. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. There's a lot of articulation points buried under pieces of armor that you could easily miss if you're not really just like searching for articulation. So when I was messing around with this guy, when I pulled him out of the package, I noticed that the pieces of his fur pelt, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. Are on ball joints. There's a ball joint and a lever here, kind of like what they do for the pauldrons, for this side of the pelt and for this side of the pelt. So this thing can move around quite a bit, which that's a great idea by them, like just spectacular engineering. So you have that articulation in there. You also have a similar system for your pauldrons, and we've seen that with the Primarchs. His head is fully articulated as far as moving and coming forward and such, I'm assuming it's probably on a ball joint or something similar, just like the other Primarchs. However, these 12 cables really restrict his movement. I mean, there's a lot of them, and you can only get him to do so much, and then when you can get him to move, he kind of just snaps back. So that's kind of a bummer, but I can live with it. Your shoulders come out almost all the way. Yeah, actually all the way. Despite all this stuff he has on, that shoulder joint brings it out pretty good. Then let's see. You also have the butterfly. Yep, you do have that butterfly there, where that kind of joint comes out to give you a butterfly extension. You have probably a ball joint. I haven't taken him apart, and I probably won't. But there's a joint here that allows him to move that feels like a ball joint. And then you also have a twist at the waist. It's a little difficult to engage that twist at the waist because of all of the stuff he has on, but it is there. Your hips are the drop-down variety, as we've seen with the Primarchs. So you can get a drop-down in there. You can't go out very far because of the way his armor is. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. There might be a... Oh, no. When I first saw that, I thought maybe this bent down, but I don't think it does. It's just a design feature. So, yeah, his legs aren't going out very far. Not out to the side. Even with the drop down. You do have a thigh twist up there. You have double jointed knee, but you're not going any farther than that because of his armor. You have the typical JoyToy setup for the ankle area and the toe. So you got the pivot there. You can go back a decent amount. You can go up a decent amount. And I believe I forgot the arms, didn't I? So you do get a bicep twist. Elbows are also double jointed, but again, because of the armor and everything, you're not getting really past 90. And these hands are on a huge ball joint, so you get movement every way you want. All right, now for the other bit of articulation that we need to look at is this lightning claw, this talon of Horus. So each of these individual claws are articulated at the base, at the knuckle, the first knuckle, and the second knuckle. So you got 1, 2, 3 points of articulation with each one of these. So you can get this thing in all types of gestures and all types of configurations. You can have it completely splayed out. You can make it into a fist. You can have them point one at people. Like, it's insane. Woo. I think that is it for articulation. I think. I may have missed something, because there's a lot. All right. So let's have a look at the comparisons, because that's what everybody loves. I know I do. Whenever I watch a video, review, the size comparisons are the most important. Well, not the most important. One of the most important pieces of the review. So buckle up for these comparisons, because I'm going to throw a lot at you relatively quickly. These are, except for him, these are Warhammer regular sized people for JoyToy. It looks ridiculous, honestly, but this is a Primarch and Terminator plate, so I guess it fits. But like on first glance, this looks silly, but It is what it is. Next up, we got the regular Space Marines. These are Warhammer 40k Space Marines. They actually run smaller than the Horus Heresy ones. They've kind of done a running change with the scale for these guys. Okay, then we got here one of the first Custodian releases, their Terminator variant. And then you have one of the more recent Custodian releases. All right, transitioning to some more, some bigger JoyToy releases. We have the more updated size Terminator here with this Dark Angel. Then you got your Cataphractii armor here. We got the Rock Fist guy from Space Wolves. We also have a Grey Knight over here. Real quick, I figured I would show this since I mentioned it. This is a Horus Heresy era Space Marine, just regular Space Marine. And here's a 40k era one. Bigger, smaller. It's supposed to be the other way around. Okay, so here we got the Warmaster with his brothers that have been released so far. Rabute Gilliman, the Lion of Johnson, and of course Rogal Dorn. And because it's fun to do, I always like to get all the brothers in a shot, custom or official. My custom Sanguinius and my custom Magnus the Red. We got a Magnus the Red coming, so that's nice. All right, now some bad guy flavor here. We got my custom Greater Demon of Nurgle. We got McFarlane Tyrannid, and then we have a McFarlane Orc. And if you're curious how he scales with McFarlane Space Marines, here's a McFarlane Space Marine here that I customized into a young lion. Now for a few crossovers here, we got the Zezre Minotaur, and then this is a Cosmic Legion Dragon Monster Dude. Some more crossovers here. We got Mythic Legion's 1.0 body, regular size Mythic Legion. We got custom Barbarians here that's on a Dark Wolf body, that's on a Masters of the Universe Masterverse body. Custom Conan on a Masterverse body. All right, and then we'll end with some more comparisons, some random stuff, some stuff that might fit with him. You got a Zezre Barbarian, Gladiator type dude. We got Marvel Legends Cable, the Kulu Skeletons, which are a find. I just found out about these. And then you got a Motu Classic style body. Okay, so to end, we will go with some more randoms. We got the Hulk from Marvel Legends, Serpentor, G.I. Joe, Valaverse, Eclipse, Outback, and another Marvel Legend, Icarus. Final thoughts on the Warmaster. So this is obviously an awesome figure. If you're anywhere near into Warhammer, it's a must-have. I think even if you are a tabletop player, you should probably get this just for a showpiece. If you're trying to work them into other lines, I hope I gave you enough comparisons to see what you're working with. It's a spectacular home run release from JoyToy. Can't wait to get Leman Russ and Magnus the Red and whoever else they got coming. It's just a great time to be an action figure collector. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.